Welcome to day 3 of this goal setting master class. Patty Zito, how to activate beyond SMART goals. The first 2 days we have spent some time on the target. What we're focusing on is on this lovely triangle: target, plant, identity. Most people spend most of their time on the target and forget about the bottom two that are fundamental. And we spend 2 days on target to get more clear. Make that big, make myself small in here, because most people will write, lose, gain weight, buy a new phone, find a summer job, and it's about drafting and crafting our goals, making it tight, having a whole bunch of rough drafts like Martin Luther King and S.C. Amanda Gordon. We see the big, powerful speeches behind it. There was lots of drafting and crafting something of value. And we did start with specific by asking, who wants this? What is the name of what you want and why do you want it? Going deeper into why you want it, and going as many levels as you can go. So you could get to some clarity, because clarity comes before focus. And that is what we have spent the past 2 days. One of the things that I ended up yesterday was, once you got down, because we could start with money and weight and appearance and the monetary goals, which they're all great. If you're here for a monetary goal, that's great. You can still get lots of value of it. It's getting to the state of mind of opportunity versus what I've shared, which is lots of pressure. So let's go ahead and get to that one goal that you wrote down, and go ahead and say that slower at 70% speed of what you usually get. I get to be at peace with my body. Okay, that was normal speed. 70%, I get to be at peace with my body. What was the difference when you slow it down? And again, those who are live and those who are watching the replay, drop it in the comments. Let's, if you can. If not, make those personal notes. Okay. What is the difference when you slow it down? I do goal setting workshops. I was doing them once a month. I have increased them to 2. I believe December may have 3. And it's because we are not being taught about making space. And if you are a goal getter like me and ambitious like me, it's still for you. And how much more can we accomplish from a peaceful state of mind, a calmer state of mind? So I know when I slow it down, I create more space. And I see it more as an opportunity. And so again, now that you slowed it down, we're going to add some magic to it as we finish with our target. You ready? You're going to add a breath right after. I get to be at peace with my body. Long inhale and long exhale. And I just choked up. If you have water, grab it. What happens when we add that breath? And the breath that I'm talking about, for those, and I'll just make myself a little bigger in here, because you want to get the best out of this breath, right? Most people think that deep breathing is like this with the shoulders. I want you to think about, what do you guys think about the new White Superstar sweatshirt? Drop it in the comments. Um, Focus on your belly. When you inhale, the belly expands. When you exhale, the belly gets shrinks. Right. So we're breathing from our belly. For those who are singers, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah. So we're adding that breath, even making even more space. You're watching the replay, pause it. Okay. And in our goal setting workshops, we get right to it. It's really the one thing that changed. It's the word and the breath, which two together make such a great marriage. For those who are parents, breathe better in front of your children. What a gift. I know Mark England, who's the one of the co-founders from this Enlifted method, always talks about that. And you can check out my interview with him in YouTube about affirmations. And on top of that, role model that breathing. All right, let's go back to this example, because now we're going to start going to that plan. And the plan, really, it's at the bottom of the SMART goals, right? It's how we make it measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound with a deadline, right? And what that is, we tapped into that space. I mean, first of all, you showing up and writing that down put you in the 3% of dreamers that write down their goals. So kudos to you. Creating even more space and you getting so crystal clear on your target. Kudos times two. So today we're tapping in part one of the plan. What do we mean by the plan? It's in 3 parts. You ready? Most people think, I know for sure, like I will do like a whole year planning, and it's fun. Yes, very fun. When we break that year into shorter benchmarks, like for us, like what we're talking about is the long term is 2 months, midterm is 2 weeks, short term is 48 hours. It's taking action within 48 hours. And so I have a question for you. So how many of you um what does your day look like when you have an epic miracle morning or an awesome morning? Whatever you fill in the blank. Epic, awesome, ultimate. I know if you're a high achiever, dreamer, you most likely use one of those. What happens again? You're watching the replay or you're joining the live. Drop the comments and hear what happens when we have an amazing or an awesome morning. I know for me, the it creates that first domino effect that for the rest of my day. For those business owners, those who have been in the business for a while, how cool is it that you Q1, your quarter one, you're like you hit like your goals, right? And what does that happen for the rest? Right? It creates this powerful word. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Momentum. Because is in one of okay, well, not him, but action dispels overwhelm. And so for today, now that you have are looking at these goals with an opportunity, what is something that you can do about this goal in the next 48 hours? I'm going to share as you are jotting down some ideas. What can you do in the next 48 hours? And if you have gone down the because several levels, you're most likely on in a very like what I call spiritual level of like my personal contribution to the new humanity, right? If you're in a monetary goal, it's all good. It is all good. I'm actually about to use one that is monetary in how we go about a plan. Um, Start wherever you're at. Okay, if you haven't gone down like deep down, that's fine. It's all good, my friend. It is all good. I know I spoke about the junior student who talked about her lifestyle more than title and more than money. But anyway, what is something that you could do in the next 48 hours? Here's a dream. I mean, let's go really quick into a story. My sister and I in Peru, we'll go into the attic part of the apartment, and I would grab barrels and put a name down as and pretend it's the front of my plane. I'll grab another barrel, I'll put it in the back. There was like planks of woods laying around, messy, messy. In Peru, it's like it's not an attic; it's a azotea. I don't even know how to say that. It's like it's an open roof, and I will grab woods and put it on top of the barrels and create it as my wings. And then I will grab a hanger, flip it upside down as my steering, right? And then I had those big. I don't. I can't. If you find it, please send me a DM. I will grab like a pencil holder, and that will be like the stick, right, for the plane for takeoff, right? And so what we will do is my sister will sit behind me and she will hold on really tight, right? She's like my co-pilot. I was about 10. She had to be around 6 or 5, somewhere around there. And we will pretend to fly. So here, there's me with the hanger. Wee, right? And we were like lean to one side and to the other. We're talking about a dream from my childhood. Okay, when you take that time to reflect, when you make space for yourself, my friend, all these memories, all these childhood memories will come to surface because you're taking that time that like that this magic of pen to paper. Where's my nerdy pens? You're taking that, putting that into a powerful prayer. So as you can see by my excitement, there was a lot of passion behind that. And so one of the things that, and my husband knew this, right? And so we had a dream journal, and one of those was becoming a pilot. So what am I saying with all this? And I've done my research. So there's tons of hours that I gotta put in to become a pilot. There's lots of money involved in it, in time, right? Time for the flying hours, for the investment, and then to go to certain places or certain states. Which right now I'm currently at the right state for this, and so imagine going through all those investments and hours to find out that actually flying is not my jam and I totally hate it or something like that. And so a lot of times we're even scared about writing something. And what I mean by the planet is like, what is something you could do? So one of the things that you can do, it's find out information, right? Like such as like the investment. How much would it take for me to go somewhere or for me to go for this kind of degree? And then again, we could be talking about something deeper, right? And that could be like personal coaching, that whatever that is, right? Like where are you at with that tomorrow? Ooh, I'm excited because lately I've really been loving talking about money because it's not about money, it's about the management, it's about us. Anyway, what can you do? What can you find out? That's something that you could do in the next 48 hours, I'm assuming. Can you do that? Right? This is 48 hours. What can you do in 2 weeks? Now, in the 2 weeks of this example of the flying, Jimmy actually got me a ticket to test out. And that's why he's in there. Um, it's an intro to flying. I mean, I'm talking literally intro as in like 15 minutes. It was really crazy. If you want to see the full video, you could see it there or in our blog. I have the whole story in there. And point being is that was something I could it could be done in the next 2 months, right? It was Groupon. I want to say it was like the whole thing came out for the both of us for less than $250. That is more what attainable and realistic, right, than a pilot license, right? So what are some things that you could do right now? Which one could be research, two could be an email, a text to someone. What can you find out about this dream that is now a goal because you have become part of the 3% of dreamers that are making their dreams come true. What can you do in the next 48 hours? I'll see you tomorrow to tell you the rest of the story and show you a little clip as well. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And I'll see you for day 4. Those who are watching the replay, part 4. What can you do in the next 48 hours? Go.